Welcome back to your weekly yoga practice. I came a little under the weather this week. I had a swollen lymph node, and it reminded me to tell you and to share with you my best practices for keeping a happy lymphatic system, which keeps a happy immune system. So we really can't have a strong, healthy body if our immune system and our lymph system is backed up. The lymph system, you can think of it as the highways of your body where fluid and communication is moving through. And when we get gunked up, when we get congestion in our body and our lymph system, that can create dis-ease or disease. And that can show up as common cold or the flu. And if it's gone on long enough, if we've had lengthy periods of dis-ease, perhaps chronic pain or chronic anxiety, these things later can show up as dis-ease, as Alzheimer's or arthritis, a number of ailments that are very common, very normal in our society, but perhaps maybe not natural. So today we'll move our lymphatic system deliberately and through movement and release that which we no longer need. Thanks for being here with me. Taking care of your lymph system is part of taking care of your nervous system. They are interrelated and interconnected. Find a comfortable seat and just rock alongside your sitting bones. If you're kneeling, you could rock back and forth. Just any movement that feels good to you. And then let's start circling the torso. Gentle movement to wake the body to this practice. Let's go the opposite direction. Imagine it is Halloween season. So imagine you're stirring the witch's cauldron here from your spine. So the spine stays straight like the ladle. We're going to move the muscles around. Let's go the opposite direction one more time. Maybe make these a little bigger. Yeah, good. And then find your still seat. Drop your eyes, close them, or just lower your gaze. Take a couple deep breaths to sense into where you're at today without judgment or the need to evaluate or justify, but just to take a little inventory of what's present for you right now. If you have a busy mind, perhaps you could ask your mind to set aside anything that came before this, anything you have coming after, so you can be here just now for your yoga practice. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Take an extra sip of breath in at the top. And exhale out with the heel of your hands. Bring your fingertips to your mat. And when you're ready with an inhale, reach up once more. Look up. Take a sip of breath in. And exhale, push out with the heel of your hands. Last one. Inhale, rise up. This time, let's bring palms together and exhale down to heart center. We'll begin moving the lymphatic system in the top part of our body. So find your collarbone, and just above your collarbone, there's a little meaty area here on both sides. Use 2 fingers to massage into this area. You could tap if that feels good. There's a lymphatic node here, and we want to break up any congestion so that when we move the lymph of the face, it has somewhere to go, travel back down toward your heart. Our heart is responsible for pumping all of the lymph system and doing all of the housekeeping chores that our lymphatic system is doing. Bring your fingers up to your jawbone, and just above your jawbone, below your ear, there's lymph nodes here. Massage into your face, into these lymph nodes. Might feel tender. That would be a sign that there's some congestion. Next, we'll bring our fingertips, or you could use your thumbs, to the brow point here, this bony part. There is lymph nodes here, so let's massage in. If you're using your thumbs, you could interlock your fingers together. Drop your head down to your thumbs and use your thumbs to circle, or use your head to circle around your thumbs. Again, any tenderness would be a sign of congestion. There's no need to judge. Release that practice, and we'll return to our index and middle finger and begin tapping around your eye sockets and then down to the jaw point. So we're going in a circle around the eyes, gentle tapping, and as if we're directing that lymphatic traffic down to the jawbone. Go above your nose, down below your eyes, across your cheeks. Let's not forget the upper lip, and we'll go across the jaw. Great. Now we'll involve a couple more fingers here. Use your 4 fingers on each hand to graze down your neck. Again, this is like air traffic control, telling the fluid where to go. We've already broken up any congestion in the clavicle area. Now we can flow to the heart. Beautiful. Reach your arms up, stretch up, brighten your fingers. Take a full body stretch. You can do any movements that would feel good. And then we're just going to leave the left arm up and make a fist with your right hand. Come to your armpit and go clockwise towards your heart. This is called tapotment. So this tapping is going to break up any congestion in your armpit. And then we'll go from the wrist towards the armpit. Do this about 5 times. Do the top of your arm, bottom of your arm, lift your elbow towards the ceiling to get your tricep down towards your armpit. Great. Release down and reach up with your right arm. Make a fist with your left hand and begin tapotment of your right armpit. Going in a circle towards your heart. And then we'll begin tapotment from the wrist towards your shoulder. Both sides of your arm. Reach your elbow up to the ceiling and get your tricep. Great. This time, reach both arms up, brighten both fingers. And as you exhale, draw your elbows down. Inhale, reach up. Let's do this a little bit vigorously using the exhale through our nose. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 5 more times. Last one. Rest your arms down. Excellent. How are you feeling? If there's any dizziness or buzzing or anything like that, that's a sign of things are being jostled, being broken up like a snow globe. And you could just pause for a moment to witness this experience and let that snow globe settle. Place your hands over your knees and we'll take cat-cow. Inhale, reach your chest forward and up. And then exhale to arch your back, drawing your chin towards your chest, tucking your tailbone. Move through this 4 or 5 times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, round. See if you can notice the subtle transition of your sitting bones across the floor. Wherever you're at, let's do one more together. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, round. Beautiful. Let's come onto our back. We'll do a similar lymphatic detox for the legs. You can keep both knees bent, back of your head on the ground. Let your shoulders rest. Just take a couple breaths to adjust to this new shape. Then draw your right knee in towards your chest and your toes towards the ceiling. We'll do some pumping here, but first let's break up any congestion in the lymph nodes. So just below your knee in this orientation, if we were standing, it would be above our knee. So it's just lower hamstring. Let's massage into this meaty area. Great. Replace your right foot to the mat and find your pelvic area. And let's use 2 fingers to tap into this pelvic area on the right side, your hip. And in fact, while we're here, let's go ahead and do the left side. Maybe for a moment, just notice how it is to self-massage, to be the giver and the receiver of your own touch. Then draw your right knee back in, toes towards the ceiling, and pump your toes. So reaching your toes towards your nose and then back up towards the ceiling. Let's do this vigorously, and you can do it with the breath. Let's do maybe 5 more times. Excellent. Draw your knee down towards your chest and hug your knee for a moment. Press down into the earth with your left foot as you hug your right knee in towards your chest. Keep squeezing as you breathe naturally. And use an exhale to stretch your right leg all the way out. And pause here to notice any circulation returning down your leg. Any sensations or warmth, any change in temperature in your foot. Let your whole body relax. Bend your right knee and draw your left knee in towards your chest. Reach your left toes up towards the ceiling, and let's break up any congestion in the lymph node below our knee. You can tap, you can massage. This area is a little more dense, so you can be a little more vigorous if you choose. Begin to pump your toes toward your nose and towards the ceiling. Use your breath. Five more times. Then hug your knee towards your chest. Press down into the earth with your right foot and squeeze. Relax your body and become a witnesser to your own experience. Rather than trying to be in the experience, see if you could be like a drone or a bird and witness your efforts here. taking care of yourself, your immune system, your lymphatic system, your digestive system, and your nervous system, as well as many others. Let's exhale and reach your left leg long. And pause to feel the magic of circulation returning down your leg. Need not hurry or miss this part of our yoga practice. Often, the witnessing of our experience is more powerful than the stretch. Bend both knees and roll to one side. Pause here for just a moment and then press yourself up to a seat, and we're going to come all the way to stand. Stand with your legs about one leg length apart, maybe about 2.5, 3 feet. You could turn your heels slightly outward, toes a little bit inward. Take an inhale to brighten your chest and roll your shoulders down your back. Take an inhale. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Come forward to any degree here. You could bring your fingertips or palms to the mat. If you have blocks, you could bring your hands to blocks. Keep a straight back here. Draw your shoulders down your back and press your feet into the floor and act as if you're going to tear the mat apart right from the middle. You're going to reach out. So you're pressing down and out. You'll feel your legs light up there. Exhale, forward fold. Release your neck if that feels okay for you. Keep a generous bend in your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Reach the crown of your head forward and your tailbone back. Draw your shoulders down your back. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Bend your knees. Drop your pelvis down. Press down into the earth. Press down. Bring your hands to your knees. This is goddess pose. Take an inhale here. And exhale, drop your right shoulder to your left knee. Inhale back to center. And drop your right shoulder towards your left knee. Inhale to center. Left shoulder, right knee. Move through this 3 or 4 times at your own breath pace. Keep pressing down into the earth. Hug your belly button towards your spine. Last one to each side. And back to center. Press down to come up. Let's pivot right toes towards the right short edge of your mat. Keep a little bend in your knee here. Reach your arms out to a T. Take your drishti. Your drishti is your gaze. Take your focal point over your right middle fingernail. As you inhale, reach forward with your fingernails. As you exhale, tilt your wrist toward your shin. You could reach up here. You could look up if that feels okay for your neck, or just look straight ahead. Press down into the earth to hinge from your hip to come all the way back up. Pivot right toe forward, and this time left toes towards left short edge. Feel your feet making contact with the earth. Lift all 10 toes, replace all 10 toes back down. Find your drishti, your focal point over your left middle fingernail. As you inhale, reach forward with your fingernails. And as you exhale, tilt your wrist towards your left shin. You could reach up. You could place your hand on your hip and look down if that feels okay for your neck. Keep pressing down with your feet into the earth. Take one more inhale. Exhale. And use your inhale to come back up. Pivot both toes forward. And we'll take one more forward fold. Hinge from the hips. Release your neck if you'd like. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Breathe into your backside body. Exhale completely. Hug your belly towards your spine. Bend your knees, press down into the earth, come all the way up. We'll come back down onto our mat and prepare for Savasana. As you find your mat, you recline back. Your legs can be extended. Your shoulders roll back and down. Just take a moment to notice your heartbeat or your breath pace. Take a full inhale and use your exhale to guide your right knee in towards your chest. Place your hands over your shin or behind your hamstring. Release any control of your breathing and just let your body breathe you here. Reach down with your left foot, creating a little more space as you hug your right knee. Shift your knee outward, more to the outside of your right side body. Still holding your knee. And just breathe here now. Draw your knee back to your chest and exhale to straighten your right leg. Take an inhale. Notice any circulation returning once more. And use your exhale to hug left knee in to your chest. Reach down with your right heel as you hug your left knee, creating space and length. Shift your knee towards the left outer side of your body and let your body breathe you. Shift your knee back over your chest here and draw right knee in also. Reach your arms around and draw your forehead up to your knees and squeeze, giving yourself a hug for your practice. You're taking care of your body. Use your exhale and pour out into Shavasana. Pull the flesh of your buttocks to the side for a wider base. Roll your shoulders down. Find a placement your hands enjoy, perhaps palms face down on the ground. Close your eyes. Shavasana is a time of integration. It's kind of like a level 2 or a more advanced pose. Because often when we create stillness in our body, our minds want to race or run off to the next thing. So see if when that happens to you, if you can gently guide your mind back to an anchor point like your breath breathing you. Sometimes I use the weight of my heels on the ground to anchor me to this present moment. See if you can soften the corners of your eyes. Let your tongue lay flat at the bottom of your mouth. I wonder if you could soften all the muscles of your face and throat. Let your body get heavier with each organic exhale. See if you can soften your belly. As you become more relaxed, see if you can notice how this is happening. Creating stillness by softening rather than trying to make something happen. Return your awareness to your anchor point. Your efforts to create peace within your own body is like dropping a stone into a clear lake. Your peace ripples out. If you have more time to stay in Savasana, I invite you, please stay as long as you can. And if it's time for your practice to end, for this session. Start by just moving your fingertips along your mat, noticing the texture or temperature of your mat. Start with micro movements, more subtle movements. Then add in wrist and ankle rolls. Perhaps a full body stretch. Reach your arms up and your toes down. You could bend your knees and then roll to one side. Doing this in your own time. And pause. Press yourself up to your Sukhasana, your comfortable, easy seat. Close your eyes just to notice once more, like we did at the beginning of practice. Notice what's present. Perhaps you feel a little more grounded or less scattered. And your body may be more nourished and going through a process of detoxing any fluids or any congestion that's been with you longer than it needed to be. So please drink water today. If you have lemon or lime or any citrus you could put in your water, that can be really helpful to move the lymph system, which is going to, again, help support your digestive system, your immune system, and your nervous system. Thank you so much for being here with me for this self-care ritual that we do each week. If this is your first time here with me, I hope you will subscribe and join us, the homies, the home yogis, practicing from home to regulate our nervous system, to become more resilient from chronic pain, anxiety, depression, and overall dis-ease. I'm Mandy. I'm a yoga teacher and yoga therapist, and it's been my absolute pleasure guiding us today. I'll see you next time.